Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here. I have a question for you. Did you do any of the projects that we did last week? It was filled with inspiration, but I did finish my butterfly. In case you did not refashion your tank yet, you can do so. And there's the butterfly. Didn't it turn out cute? So now I'm planning one for the backside. I want to make a big one, like a big old tattoo in the back. So I did finish that part, and now I got to do the back, and it'll be ready for fishing this weekend. So welcome, everyone. Say hi. We are streaming on Brother Sewing YouTube and Facebook pages, and today we have Jane with a super fun project. Let's just say we're going to jazz up your table a little bit, right? All right, so I think you're all in here. I see everybody rolling in. It's so nice to see you. And some of you are here even really early. So let's bring Jane to the party.
Hello,
hi, Jane. How are
everybody. You? Hi, Angela. Hi, friends. How's everybody doing today?
Everybody's rolling in there. So I think summer is still so under, like, middle of summer. I received so many notes in the last comments of people saying, thank goodness there's a replay because I'm at the beach. I'm like, I would much rather be at the beach.
You're on a picnic. You're on a little field trip. It's summer. That's what everybody does. I don't know who's working these days. I know that I'm working. So I love the replays, Angela. I went back and watched a couple of them last week just because I was talking about sending everybody to Brother Sews on the radio. And thank you for those that are watching, because I said specifically, you got to go search for Brother Sews and watch our live show at 11 a.m. So they'll, I'm sure, going to be watching some of those replays, Angela.
That's awesome. So on the last show, you made those super cool wristbands. I saw you at the races. They looked great. I liked the VIP one. I love that.
I love it too, with the rock sign. And this weekend in Chicago is a big festival, and I'm hoping that somebody caught on and they're wearing their own VIP bands to this big festival downtown. But I will say this. I got a note from my new friend, Julie Crookston, and she's in Sun River, Montana. And she said, hey, Jane, I made the wristbands and I love this so much. She figured out a different way to attach the elastic. And she said, hey, remember you said if you can think of a better way, let me know? Well, she did it. So she used a little bit of fabric glue to hold the two pieces of elastic in place. And you can go back and watch that demo if you wish. And then she sewed on top of it. So I love that. So Julie, thank you for your email. She even sent me a picture. She made them for her granddaughter's volleyball team. So they are styling and profiling at their games this summer. And by the way, I believe on Stitching Social, the Brother blog, that full demo, a full 5-minute video is there as well to see that wristband.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it was super fun. And you know what the best part of these shows, Jane, is that when we teach them one thing, it inspires everyone else, and everyone puts together things differently. And I love the comments and the suggestions that people throw back at us.
I love it, love it, love it. That's why I love the community, because we may have an idea, but it's not the best idea. And so it's so fun to see what people do with, one idea. They take it to the next level. And my husband, Kurt, was what I'm making today. I said, oh, everyone makes napkins and placemats. And he said, listen, if you inspire somebody, it's summer, it's birthday season, we're coming up on fall, and there's many things you could do with a simple idea.
Yeah, that is so true. And by the way, speaking of what you're doing today, it is super cute.
Oh, yeah, it's one of my faves. And should we dive into it?
Why not?
Take it away, I love it. Yeah. So I'm going to make personalized napkins and repurpose placemats. And Angela and friends, you know this. I'm all about the repurposing, the refashioning. What you have as trash could be treasure. If it doesn't spark joy, make it into something else and make it spark joy. So my napkins are personalized. So you're going to be using your brother's sewing and embroidery machine. And here's the catch. We're going to add a name to the sewing machine. I'm sorry, a name to the sewing machine, a name to the napkin. So it serves as a table place setting and a take-home gift. So what's great about that is the person gets to use their napkin and then they get to take it home and you don't have to do any laundry. How about that? So we know that that's going to spruce up your party. Placemats are, obviously, they protect the table from watermarks and food and heat damage, what have you, but they also make great decorations. And today I'm going to be recycling old denim to create some placemats. So let's get started. I think we'll start with the napkins. I'm going to take you over to the sewing machine, and over at the sewing machine, that's my table. I've already started with my embroidery. I'm using a little skateboarder because I love that design. It's in the machine. I've gone a little bit. I should have started this while we were talking, but let's just do this here. And the last thing I need to do is finish out with the name. This is going to be my personalized portion of the show because this is going to be the napkin. He's going to take it home. He's a big skateboarding fan. Now, there's so many designs in these machines for you to choose from to find something for everybody. Or if you're having a theme party, you can use all of the same decor. But I got to tell you this, Angela, this is a great place to use your Artspira app and create that design on the app, transfer it right to the machine, and then you're going to put it right there on your napkin. And I know you did a whole live show about transferring designs from the Artspira app onto the machines.
I did. I love Artspira. And by the way, for all of you that maybe are new to the party, download your Artspira app. It works with any Brother machine that has Wi-Fi, and they have a new catalog and new designs every single month. So this is just amazing. I love it. I love it. That's where I'm getting the big butterfly from for my t-shirt, Jane.
Oh, I'm on there. I'm looking at all the designs and I'm thinking of all these different placemats and napkins I can make. And by the way, even the repurposed denim placemats can have a little bit of embroidery on them just to give it sort of like a watermark, if you will. So while that's finishing, I'm going to let that finish. And we're going to come over here to this table and I'm going to show you what we're using today for our placemats. So because my theme is denim, this is not repurposed denim. This is just a simple cotton piece, a very, very lightweight denim. I wanted it to match my placemats as I'm putting my theme together. And then I've got a square of yellow. You can use any color you want. I'm using yellow because it's my favorite color. I mean, I can't lie. So I've got a 20 by 20 inch square. Some people might say, oh boy, that's a really big napkin. Yeah, it is. That's okay. I get made fun of for my husband, but you can always make it a little bit smaller. Typically, it ends up being about 18 inches. I will tell you this quick story about this fabric. I was looking for something this color, you see, and I was running around and crazy, and my husband, Kurt, said, I'm going to the store. Can I get you anything? I said, yeah, how about some fabric? So he went into the fabric store. And he walked in with the sample and he said, can you help me find this? I'm very intimidated. And so this is what he came home with. And I love it. And it's so cute. And thank you for doing my errands for me, Kurt. So anyway, this is what we're using. Yes.
Jane, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Wynn did this one time.
Yeah.
And I just have to ask, how long did it take him? Because I sent Wynn to get some batting and it took 2 hours.
You know, it might have taken him 45 minutes. He was specific going in and he was so funny because he said to the lady, I'm very intimidated. I don't know what to do. And how much do I need? And I ended up getting me like probably 3 yards. I got to be honest, this was a little dark. It's not what I wanted because in the end, and I'll show you what we're making, you can see through it, you know, but what am I going to do? It was like so nice. It was so nice. So I'm going to show you there's 2 ways to do the napkins. The one that's finishing embroidering right now, we're going to do mitered corners. This one, we're just going to do a basic napkin. I did 75 of these one time for a wedding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to serge around the outside, leaving an opening. We're going to flip it inside out. And then we're going to do a beautiful top stitch. It's just that simple. And then the second way, and I'll show you what we're making before we dive into that. This is what we're making. Let me turn around so you could see. So the placemat is a woven repurposed denim placemat. Let me move that so you guys can see it. And then this is your napkin. How cute is that? So cute. So on this one, we made a mitered corner. And you can kind of see, maybe you can't because it's TV, but you can see the dark blue coming behind it. But, you know, no fault to Kurt. Hans is going to love this napkin. I think it makes a great place setting. So let's do, this is your mitered corner. Let's do the top stitch one. So let's come over, and because I'm serging this, I'm not going to be too upset about, you know, if this is all pinned together. I don't know if you guys are a little loose on that, but sometimes I just throw it in the serger. So I'm going to, that's finishing up on the last letter, and I'm going to bring you over here to my serger, and we'll just have a chat while I serge the edges here. So my question for everybody is this. What are you making today? What are you making today? And what parties do you have happening? Am I in the way? No. Okay. while I'm serging away and while we're finishing embroidering, it is like central. And I like to do a little curve on my corners. It's so much fun for me to drive a serger. And Angela, if anybody answers, I can't see the machine. I can't see the computer, what they're saying, what you're working on today.
No answers yet. Everybody just said they're glad to be here.
Oh, good. I'm so happy you're here too. So you can, I threw the serger part in last second. I was just going to sew it, but then I was like, everyone's going to want to serge. But just take it nice and slow. And to me, I make these for every party because it's such a nice little touch on the table, especially when it's personalized and especially when you get the person's hobby. They love it.
Hey, Julie says she's still working on the wristbands for her granddaughter's volleyball team.
How many is she making? How many is she making?
The volleyball team, that's a lot.
I know it. We'll just finish this and I'll grab the one off the machine. And I can't decide, like, I feel like the mitered corners is a little bit more work. Maybe not. But I don't know which one I like better. I'm almost done. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back over here. Whoop, sorry about that. A little seasick for you all. But that is finished and it looks great. But before we go there, let's come back over here to the table. Okay, so I've serged the edges. I'm clipping my corners. I probably didn't leave enough to turn it in, but this is so easy. But again, if you can come up with another idea on a different spin on this, I love the idea of personalizing everything. People just get so excited, and I'm sure just like Julie's granddaughter's volleyball team, they are going to be super excited with their wristbands. So here we go, just turning this inside out. And what I would do for this one, we'll press it, and then I would just do an easy top stitch, and then I would do a decorative top stitch all the way around. And then that's your finished napkin. That's just how easy this one is. But let's do the mitered napkin, the mitered corners. And if we have time, we'll come back and finish this. Okay?
That's really cute, Jane. I really like the idea of adding names on it as well. That way they can take them with them. And, or if you have your family there, just label them. See who makes the biggest mess. Look at this one. I did this one a while ago for Kurt. He loves golf. I made one for him and his brother. This is a design that was in the machine. And see the top stitch on here? It's just, you know, it's in the stitches loaded into the machines. Pick the one that you like. Sometimes the thicker and bigger ones, you go a little bit slower. I gave some to my cousins, and every time we go there for a barbecue, they bring them out. One was a hamburger. I think the other one was a son. But it's such a fun idea, and then they get to take it home. In fact, I made these for my wedding too. So I think that's fun. Let me go grab our embroider piece. I don't really like how that looks. Here we go. Let me zoom in. I got new cameras. Just so you know. Okay, so I'm pulling this out. Let's go back and take it. Look at how cute that is. Super cute.
I know. I love it so much. Okay, so now we're back here. And I'll take these out. It came out great. We'll pull this off. And I used a heavy stabilizer just so I wouldn't get any like puckers and things like that. I used a lightweight one, but I think for this, because the fabric calls for a little bit heavy of a stabilizer to give it some support because the fabric is so thin. It worked out really great. So let me pull this off. One of my favorite things to do is to pull off the stabilizer on the back. It might be, I don't really like to pick things, but for some reason, this is fun for me. I don't know why. The tearaway.
Jane, I'll send you my projects. You can have it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, do you get real specific on pulling all? I think I do. I get a little bit, particular about what I'm pulling away. But okay, so here's our beautiful napkin, pre-napkin. It's got some nice hoop rash, or what do you call it? Hoop. Who do you call it, Angela? Hoop
burn? That's not
Yeah,
hoop
hoop
burn.
burn.
That's just hoop marks.
Hoop marks. It's got some hoop marks on it simply because I believe it might have been sitting in that hoop for overnight because I was getting ready for today's show. But let me just iron that out before we do this. But does anybody make a lot of mitered corners is my question, my next question. Because I'm not sure which one I like best, the mitered or just the simple. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Okay, so here is our beautiful finished design. And let me grab another backing because I did some pre-cutting here. So this is, I wanted it to be the lighter denim so it matches the placemats, but I think I'm going to do the darker denim just like I did in the last one. And then this is how we are going to do mitered corners. I know there's tons of different ways to do it. This is how I do it. And it comes out pretty cool. You can make them thick or thin. I got to put this back up. And here we go. So I've got my right sides to right sides. Nothing is too perfect. And what I'm going to do is take my iron and I'm going to fold this over just about, a half inch. And I'm going to do a nice fold all the way around. And then we'll hit the corners and then turn them inside out. Oops, I'm going, you know what? What I just did wrong. This will end up being the outside. So this will be our front and this will be the outside. So let me just flip that around, guys. There we go. Because you're not turning anything inside out when you're doing a mitered corner. You are just turning them over. So that'll be our front side. This will be our back side. I had my brain on the other one. So here we go. And we're going to just do a nice press on this. Imagine doing this for a party of 75. I think a party of 12 is just a lot easier, right? And we'll flip this over and turn it over. I feel like, for me, sewing is just such a great way to express creativity, and obviously incorporating Art Spira, using all the great brother machines adds to that because of all the great features and designs that the machines already have in them. And it's just like, the sky's the limit when it comes to creativity. So that's why when I hang out with you guys on this Facebook Live, it's so much fun because I'm really and truly with a great community of people who think the same way. We're always thinking about the next project. I think I saw a news story, and you guys can add to this. It was, I'm not going to buy that. I'll just make it. Where was that?
That's so true. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Or I could have made it. That might be better.
I mean, I do it all the time. I'll walk around and go, I can make that. Yeah, and I never do. But I know it's super fun to watch somebody iron. But this is my start of my mitered corners. Okay. So I feel like I got that good. And with those being turned in, what I'm going to do is put the front side. Let's go corner to corner. I'm going to match that up. See? That goes in. And then with your fold at the top, and you can make this really, as thick of a overlay as you want. I'm going to go about 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to mark this with my marker. And I'm going to do this on all 4 corners. Then I'll go to the machine, sew it, we'll flip it over, and you are going to have amazing corners. So you can do one. Now we're going to take it to the other side. Here you go. And again, remember the fold side is where you want to sew into. So I'm taking the end I'm going about 1.5 inches in. And I say 1.5 inches. I'm counting this like extra that's right there. It probably isn't, filling up all of that measurement, but just for my sake, I'm doing that. And then I'll do this to all 4 corners. And then we will have, and then Hans will end up having 2 napkins or 3. That means he has to come over 2 or 3 times. There we go. And Angela, do you have a favorite design that you love the butterfly right now?
I love them all. I would embroider. I just love embroidering. Anything I can get my hands on, I embroider. I've been working on some flowers, some new sleeves, fun stuff like that.
We're going on a vacation in about 1.5 weeks, and I have this cute little jumper. Normally, I want to make the jumper, and then I'll make the jumper, and then I'll add to it. But in this case, I just have the jumper that I'm just going to add some fun sunshines to, and just like little embroidery patterns on it, because I think it just adds so much to a plain outfit. Okay, so see, these are all done. I'm going to switch quickly, Angela. I'm going to switch over my machine from embroidery. I'm going to switch my machine from embroidery to sewing. So I will be right back.
All right.
Okay.
While she's switching that, I can see all of your comments, by the way. There are a lot of babies coming up. I see all these little grandbabies, which, by the way, I just saw my nephew this weekend, which is so much fun. So Shirley, congrats on your new grandbabies. Esther, I'm trying to see, I think there's like 5 of you. A lot of them on YouTube. So those of you on Facebook, you're kind of missing the whole grandbaby chat. And also, Vicki, thank you so much for your beautiful comment. She says she loves the videos. She's learned so much, which thanks so much. Cindy, you said you're working on freestanding lace, and I want to know what it's for, because I know you said you love these napkins. I would love to know what the freestanding lace is what you're going to use it for. So while Jane's fixing her machine, I can see her down there. Just give me thumbs up when you're ready.
I will.
We also have a great show coming on Thursday. You know what today is? The first of the month. What does that mean? Free embroidery design of the month. So don't forget to go to Brother Sews, the blog, and check it out. And Joanne will be here on Thursday to fill you in on all of that.
Okay, right. Let's give this a shot.
I see you great. There you go.
Okay, perfect. Let me know if my arms get in the way. How about that? That's all I need to know. Okay, so I've got my my fold, and I have my mark. I'm going to just put, am I in the way?
No, we can see.
Not too bad, right? Oh, this feels like light. Let me know. I feel like my hair's in the way.
It's just partly there.
Let me pull it out of the way. Here we go. Okay, so let me get rid of this. And it's hard to sew sideways. You probably do this all the time.
We call it the yoga video sewing.
It's crazy. I'm just going to go backwards because I don't think I started at this front, because I'm yoga sewing. There's my arm. Maybe I should move that over. No? Okay. And then I'm going to just go around and do all 4 of these corners. I want a show of hands about mitered corners. Like, who does them? Do you do a lot of them, Angela?
I do, but not as much, because I don't do a lot of home deck stuff. I do mostly garments.
Right.
But mitered corners are the biggest thing when it comes to like on jackets for the cuffs and on the cuffs for pants. So I take it back. Yes, I do. A ton of them.
It's so funny. Like, I love doing them. And then sometimes if I fold them the wrong way, then I get confused. But there's like a whole bunch of ways that you could do a mitered corner. I think I'm most satisfactory is when I get to cut off the edges, because it's just like chopping into something. Okay.
It says miters not so much.
Miters not so much. Okay. Well, wait, maybe I'll do them for these napkins. I think they look super professional. I feel like the first way, where you just sew the 2 sides together, turn it inside out and top stitch, is a little bit less dramatic. And this is, I think, a little bit more fancy, right?
Definitely fancier.
For you fancy people outside. Okay, so I've got these corners done. Let's go back to the whatever table that's called. And
All right, she's headed back over.
I'm here.
So it looks like the vote is like half and half between Facebook and YouTube as far as who likes mitered corners and who does not.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to try them both. So here's the thing, like I can't make a decision, so I'm like, I'm just gonna do both. But I feel like this is my favorite part, is just cutting off this part, because it's just so satisfying just to cut it off. I don't know why. Feels like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, and let me get this last one here. There we go. Let me get my ironing, my trusty little ironing thing here. Angela, I don't have a big enough space to keep flipping around. Okay, so see, we've cut this. We're gonna just turn them inside out and turn the corners as much as you can, turn them in. I think at this point you could use like a little pokey tool or something. I'm just gonna use the end of my scissors. Don't tell anybody. It's just us watching. This is as if you were with me in my room and I can't find the pokey tool or the, what is it called? The corner turner? Corner. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to press this down and then you will top stitch and it's done. And you're going to see how beautiful the mitered corners is. And then you can make a decision. Maybe this isn't your napkin. Maybe this is like something that you would put in your bathroom. It's really cool for your home decor. Maybe this is something you work on for Christmas at this point. I know, or the holidays. Don't. I'm sorry I said that out loud.
I'm with Helen. Helen said, well, that was easy. I agree, Helen. Super easy.
It's so easy. It's so easy. The most important thing is to cut it with the fold at the top. Because if you have the open ends at the top of your fold and you cut it, it's not going to be able to fold in is that like that. Because guess what? I've made that mistake before. And then when I made the mistake, I go, I don't like mitered corners. But no, they're great. Isn't that cute?
Super cute.
Yeah, it's great. Let me just fold that in a little bit more. And here's the thing, and I'm going to show you an example. I'm using 2 pieces of material because I don't want, where's my design? Because if I didn't have a backing on it, all of this, you would see all of this from the inside, like you would see the back side of it. So I thought, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to see the back side. But if you do 2 pieces of your mitered corner, then you're going to have a back side to it. And I love it. I think it's great. It's a little thick. It feels thicker than the other one. That's because this fold over has got like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, maybe 6. Yeah, 4 pieces. So I'm just going to fold this over. We top stitch and then I'll press it again, and then you have your napkin, and you can make one for everybody. I think you should make them this weekend for your parties. I love it. Labor Day's coming up. We can make one then. Oh, I know. You can stuff one in the lunchbox of your back to school child. What do you think about that? Look how cute that's going to be. I can't even stand it. Oh my goodness. Let me show you something while we're here. I keep saying that. Here we go. So this, I was saying, oh, this is double, and it feels really thick to me. Like it feels like a towel, so thick. But this is a single sheet or single piece of fabric. Look at how cute. This, to me, is a lovely napkin. It has no backing, so it's just the back side of the fabric. And look how nice that's come out. And it feels really thin, you know, something perfect enough that you want to use for a cute little napkin. And how about this? You can just embroider maybe just a little monogram right here in the corner, right? I love it. Let's see. Do we have time for me to do a top stitch on this?
I don't know. I don't know what else you got planned.
Oh, I'm going to do
you still have 30 minutes, Jane.
Oh, good.
You're rolling right along fine.
Good. Oh, well, then we get to do everything. And then we're going to fold napkins. Yeah, let's go do a top stitch. As long as you guys keep telling me stories. Oh, no. My second project just fell down. Isn't that what happens? Okay. As long as y'all keep telling me stories, I'm in. Okay, so I'm going to just start here, right in, just right in the ditch of that corner. Give it a couple, and again, I might increase the length on this. just because. There we go. I'm going to try to keep it flush with the inside of my presser foot so I can.
Hey, Jane, could you just move your shoulder back? There you go.
I'm just trying to figure out, maybe I should go on the other side. What do you think? Can I do that? If I
That would be better. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Okay. That makes me happy. Am I in the way?
Nope, that's better.
Oh, thank you. I feel better. Now I'm going too fast and I want to keep it nice and straight. But again, I'm just keeping this inside, sort of focusing on the inside of my presser foot, turning the corner. I like a little bit longer of a stitch because I think it adds a nice decoration. You could also go into those stitches and do a decorative stitch or one of the utility stitches that has some sort of cool look to it, and do that as a top stitch. Yeah.
How wide did you turn over the first fold?
The first fold is about a 1/2 inch.
All right.
And then when how you're going to determine how long or how deep this is based on how far you cut from the corner. So when I was lining it up, I did 1.5 inches. So I'm getting a little bit longer fold. If you did 1 inch, it'd be shorter. I'm about the more is more and less is a bore. So that's why my folds are bigger. But I think it's all about where you're clipping the corners. So if you make that side clip, and we can go back and look at it. If you make that a little bit shorter, this internal fold will be shorter. Get it?
Makes sense.
Yeah. I would say time-wise, if you're going to make a bunch of these, I would say while this part, the mitering part, takes a little bit longer, the decorative stitch, top stitch on the other one could go a little bit slower, so that might take up more time. So I used to say, oh, this one takes too long, but I feel like they're about the same. It's kind of whatever look you're going for. I think they're both beautiful. You've seen really fancy picnic napkins when you go on a picnic and they come in those beautiful sets that you get them for weddings or you give them for weddings. You've seen this type of napkin in that. Whoop, there's another idea. I always love to give the gift of handmade to go along with something store-bought, and I feel like that is a great idea. All right. Let me meet you at the cutting table, sewing table, and then we'll press this out and we'll fold it up.
Sounds good. Okay. Who just posted they did this with Minky fabric? Not a Brother product, of course, but slippery little devil, I agree. So I don't know what Brother machine you have, but if you use the Move It foot on that, it is a absolute game changer, total game changer. But I'm with you. And the other thing I have to say about that, Minky, is that you cough like fur balls for a week.
That's funny. Oh, good. Here we are. Okay. So I'm just giving this one little last press on both sides. I love the way this looks. I think it's so cool. I like the denim on the inside. Of course, you could use the same fabric on the inside. I mean, you guys all know, you just get as creative as you can. So listen, I put mine right here. Oh, are you guys there?
Yeah.
Okay. So something just popped up over my screen. I thought you were gone.
No, we're here. It's super cute. I'm having a laugh over here with Karen about her Minky, but
I put mine in the corner because I like the way it folds, because there's so many ways you can do this. Like you could fold it like this and put it in a glass. You can fold it so it's flat. But again, you could put it straight in the center. You could put it off to the side. Because I want to match my denim, I'm going to just do this one fold up, another fold up, one more fold up, and then I'm going to flip this over and flip this over. And then that's how I get my setting for my utensils. That's
very
cute.
Nice, Jane. Very nice.
So I just want to quickly talk about when we're turning the edges in, if we can. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to do the mitered corners on this one. And this is just a single piece. When you fold this over, and you guys can stop me if you don't want to hear the tutorial, but quickly. So when you fold this over and the fold is at the top, it depends, the depth of that fold depends on how long it is you're sewing in from this corner. So if I did an inch and a half, so there's an inch and a half. If you did longer, it's going to be a deeper fold. And if you do really short, like an inch, it'll be a beautiful short fold. And I don't think there's any wrong way. It's just kind of the look that you want to get. So, and I do believe this is great for Christmas. I'm loving this for some fall weddings. But let's move on to our next project, and that is creating this denim woven placemat. Let me show you again. I know you guys are very creative, and I know that you guys have denim scraps laying around the house, laying around your sewing rooms. This to me is so much fun. You can add a little design in one of these corners. I use these all the time, and yeah, no, I'm not finishing the edges because, and you'll see, I love that raw ragged edge. When you wash this and it kind of wears, it gets white and it gets a little bit raw. It's really cool. I love the textures. So to do this, we're going to need six strips that are 16 inches long. That's going to be here. And we need 8 strips that are 13 inches long. That's going to be here. And then we're going to weave them together and top stitch them. Oh, I know. It looks like a lot of work, but it's really just fun because who doesn't love pulling out their rotary cutter and straight edge? So I'm going again about just a little, just under 2. Let's just go under 2 inches. Okay. Let's go 1.5 inches. Okay. So I'm just making a bunch of strips. What are you guys doing with your leftover denims? Oops.
Julie wants to know how wide are you cutting those?
I did 1.5 inches. You know, and the other thing is because they're going to kind of get frayed, you can make them a little bit longer, you know, and if you're making them longer, you might need less strips. But I go 1.5 inches. I like somewhere there, 1.5 inches, just under 2 inches. We know, I guess, you know, me, I'm like sewing, not precise. I always tell people when I encouraging them to start sewing, I'm like, it's like a little bit of math and then the rest is being creative. There. So lucky for me, I've cut a lot of strips already, but I will do some longer ones. Now, here's the deal. I'm super excited to tell you to not worry about mixing your washes because that is what makes this pattern look so cool. So we're going for this one. There we go. And I love the curve, how the denim curves, and then trying to figure out what to do with that. So here we go. Let me go with 16. I feel like I just did this really cool project for Stitching Social, and I took 2 pair of men's denim jeans, and I turned them into a wraparound skirt. And I added some great embroidery on them. And I was all about mixing the washes on this skirt because it just made it look that much cooler. So, and then I know when you make something out of denim, you've got all those scraps left over. So here we go. That's a little long, but I'll cut it. And at the very end of this project, we're going to trim up the sides. You could throw it in the wash. It'll get a little bit frayed, but after lots of wear, it'll look great. And by the way, this matches your napkin. Okay, so let's move on to the weaving part. Let me just make sure this looks good. What's going on over there, Angela?
You should not ask.
I can hear you giggling.
Well, I've got 3 new squirrels out front, and they're tapping at the door wanting to know, they want some food.
Oh, they want some food. They're like, are you home?
Yeah, Maxine had more babies. So there's like, I've already put a half a bag of nuts out during our show, and they're all gone, and now they're tapping at the door. So that's what you're missing on my end, Jane.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And have you named the babies yet?
I've not named the babies yet. I think Win has, because every time Win pulls into the parking lot at the office, they're hanging from the bird feeder and they all run over to his car. He can't even get out.
That's cute. Oh, he must have named them. What did I do with this one? Let's just go
This is
here.
so cute, Jane.
There we go. Okay, so I cut a bunch ahead of time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's that. And then I'm going to do, wait, is this the right size? I'm thinking about the squirrels. I'm getting squirrely. Okay, here we go. There's one.
Working on it, Julie, working on it.
What is Julie asking you about your squirrels? Your squirrel
She
habit?
said, when's the squirrel cam coming? Usually I throw that up there, but I didn't know they were going to be so active today.
I love to see the squirrel cam. Let me just move this a little bit for you.
This is cute, Jane. So it's like weaving?
It's totally weaving. But what I'm doing first, I want to just lay it out. You know how you lay things out before you kind of weave it together just to see? Because I like these dark pieces here. And I love to mix and match and see where I have and what I have. And then listen, if you've cut like a lot of other pieces and they don't match, or the longer ones, just make them shorter. So we need 8 that are going here and here. And I like this. So because that was a long piece, I'm just going to shorten it up. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I love this one. These are super fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. So we can pull these over. So pull this over. And think about how fun this is to make a bunch of these. There you go. Okay. So this is how I weave them. I get rid of these 3 pieces. And then I'm going to start with this one. And go under and over. And this is like the most basic of basic. But my plan is to have everything woven and then pin it together, bring it to the machine, top stitch all the way around. Kind of fun. You can add a decorative color, or I'm sorry, you can use a fun color if you want. You can keep it denim-y just so it matches, but you're going to weave this in and out. I've made these. I use them all the time. I think it's a great use for all those scraps that we have, because I know we all have these fabric scraps that we like to use. I've done this with leather. You can do it with regular fabric. I think this makes a great set for a gift with those napkins. And you could go patriotic. How fun. Okay. Picnic. And pull this under. There we go. Are you going to get a squirrel, Angela? This is what's happening?
I just fed them. I'm setting up the camera. If they come back out, I'll set it up.
They're hungry is what they are.
I need to make them a little placemat like that. That'd be so good.
With their names on it. Will they appreciate it though? That's my question for you. Oops. Okay. Oh, look what I did. This is the fun part. There. I'd like to see what other, I would love to see this done in upholstery, like some old upholstery fabric. Well, the reason why
I have an idea, Jane. You know what would be really cute for this? This would be cute to do this and then put it into an embroidery hoop and add stippling, or use my design center and add like cool designs around the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely. 100% you should do that, because look at it's like you're creating your own fabric. It's a blank canvas. That's why I like to use the recycled materials, because you're creating your own canvas. Look, there it is. So we want to try to keep it as tight as we can, because when we hustle over to the machine, oh, look what I've done. There. And now I'm just going to pin these together. I just like to do the edges so it doesn't fall apart when I go to the machine. And the machine, literally, you're just going up and down the rows. I like to say it's therapeutic.
Karen said, I don't think I'd make them placemats. The squirrels are going to use them for their nests. You know what, Karen? You are spot on.
Totally. Karen's right. Now, can anyone think of a different way to connect these? Maybe a little fabric glue? and then top stitch so they stick together without having to use all the pins? Thoughts on that?
Susie's done this with ribbon and added it to a jean jacket back. That'd be so cool.
Oh,
Cool,
that's
Susie.
great. You could do this with denim and add it to something that's the opposite, right? Like do the denim and add, and then put like an embroidery here, like a face, and then put that on the back of like a regular jacket, like a blazer. Oh my gosh. So let me just pin these and we'll go over and sew a couple. So when we're done, once it's all together, we'll just trim this up and then you're done. And then you can add as much.
You missed one, Jane, right there where your pinky is.
Here?
No, other pinky. Right over.
I missed a bunch.
Up toward right there, right where your finger was, right there. I think you missed going under one of those. The third one in.
Oh.
I didn't even notice, except Barb brought it out.
Thank you, Barb. Sometimes you do, and then you walk over to the machine and go, "Oops, I missed this one," and then you go, "Hopefully, it sticks together." There you go. What do you think about doing like a little dab of fabric glue, so then you're not worried about all these pins and needles?
You could do spray adhesive like you use for embroidery. That's cool. You still missed that one. 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Over one to your right. Your right. Your other right. There you go. That's it.
No, it's there. Oh, I missed the thing.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Okay.
You can thank Barb for that. And Bonnie.
Up, and that goes under. Oh, because it's here. Sorry, this goes under. Thanks, Barb and Bonnie. Oh, because now this one's messed up. Oh boy. What did I do? So that goes under, that goes up, that goes under, that goes up, that goes under.
There you go.
Oh, eagle eyes over there. I love it. So then this one is messed up. Why am I so confused? Oh no, this goes under. Thank you. Okay. How about that? Barb, Bonnie, I need you. Where are we at? Did I get it?
Looks good to me.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we'll sew a little bit over there, and then I have one that's halfway sewn. What do you think about that? Because all the pins will be out of it. Let me grab that one.
Barb says, yay.
Yeah, thanks, Barb and Bonnie. Let's see. I have another one here. Oh, geez. Is this one halfway sewn? No, this one's halfway pinned. And then I have another one here. That one's all the way sewn. Okay, let's sew this one. Come on, guys, let's go. And should I do it with yellow? Yeah, let's do that. Am I in the way?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. This is the part where you guys have to start telling me stories because we're just going. I'm just going to go back to the regular. And then this is when, I know you like to stand up and sew, but this would be the part where I like to sit down and just sort of veg out. Angela. Oh, she's going to attend to the squirrels, friends. And I'm curious if Julie, my friend Julie in Montana, is going to make these at all. Maybe for the next party. I love it. Even though I made a million of these, I still get excited. Don't you guys get excited when you finish making something? Even though you've done it a million times? I know, right?
Don't look at my UFO pile.
So I'm going to do this all the way around. And then once I hit the other side, I'll go up and down and up and down. And I'll do this until we get real bored, and then we'll show the finished one, and we'll do some folding. How does that sound? And then my next question is, what is everybody doing today?
Vicky's making jeans.
Huh?
Vicky's making jeans.
Oh, nice. Angela, have you made a bucket hat?
You know, I have a pattern for a bucket hat, but I've not made one because I was going to make one to wear to the beach or when we're fishing, because sometimes I always wear a baseball hat, but sometimes I wanted a bigger hat so I could read.
Yeah.
And when advised not to. That's the only way I could sum it up.
Oh, right. I got you. I'm picking up what he's dropping.
Yeah. That every time I pull that out to read a book and put it on, forgot who he said I look like, but it was not a complimentary comment. So I'm sticking to the baseball hat. So are you making a bucket hat?
He said it to you in the most polite way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he finishes it by saying, but you look beautiful anyways, so make any kind of hat you want. But, it's prefaced with the other. So I'm sticking to the baseball hat. Cindy King embroidered me a bunch with my logo on it. And that has been my go-to hat selection this entire summer.
Nice. I have a little bit of a snafu here, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut that apart. There we go. But I like.
Whoa. Hey, Jane. we lost you. So I took you out for a second. That was like music. She's out. She's gone. She's coming back. It must be the squirrels. I do have the squirrel cam up. They just walked away. When they come back up, I'll bring them up. But we're waiting for Jane. We lost Jane. Where did you go, Jane? Come on back to us. There you are. Where did you go? Nope. You're out. You're in? We lost your volume.
What about?
I'll take you out. There you are.
Well, I'm here, but I think my camera's decided to go with the squirrels. I can try and see if the cameras are there, because what I think I'll do is, yeah, they're gone. I don't know why. I was just finishing the placemat. I wanted to show you the finished placemat. What do we have? Like 4 minutes? If you want
just hold it up.
What? I can hold it up. I wanted to do a little. Let me see if I can get my table back, because you guys saw what I was doing. I was just sewing straight lines on that weave pattern of denim. Let me try to get this one back up really quick, and then we'll come back. We'll do some folding, and we'll call it a day.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I'll wait till I see you back up.
Yep.
And Patty, I'm laughing. Yeah, I'll tell Win that. Oh, gosh. Hey, Denise, great to see you. Oh, Shirley, you're going to have baby bunnies. We had baby bunnies in the backyard, and they've all disappeared. But there's a few cats roaming back there, so I have a feeling I know where they disappeared too. So when I see Jane come back, in case you are all wondering, Jane will be back in just a moment. Is this a fun project or what? I could totally see doing this. Let's see. Wynn's birthday is in September 13th, and usually we do a little boating party. I'm thinking I'm going to make these napkins for that. I think that'd be cool. Hey, Jane, can I hear you?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, you're back.
Hi. Like we're playing cards. Okay, so let's pretend that didn't happen, and I finished sewing. Look at how cute that is. Ta-da! My cameras are new, and they are so. Look, this is what I'm doing. This is how we finish. These are all sort of uneven because, again, I'm about uneven. I'm just going to take my embroidery cutter and just going to pull these aside just to even it out. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. If you like everything to be even. I would even save these scraps and like turn them into a mosaic. Not kidding. Like with glue, it wouldn't be something I'd sew. I know. I think that's sometimes the start of a hoarder job for me. I don't know. Okay, so here you go. So I've cleaned the sides up. We're going to take our mitered corner. This is the one we just made. There you go. And then you could put your plastic knives and forks in there. Isn't that cute? It's
very cute.
Cool.
Hey, Jane, Connie wants to know, she missed the beginning. What was the original size of your napkin? Was it 12 by 12?
20 by 20.
20 by 20. Yeah.
Yeah, big. Look how big that napkin is. But you go 18 by 18. I get made fun of for making such big napkins, but it covers your lap. You can wear it as a bib, whatever you want. And again, this was the alternate version if you didn't want to do mitered corners. This is just literally sewing the two sides together. The only thing we didn't do is a cool top stitch all the way around. And then that's your option number 2 for your napkin. But I will show you something when the placemat gets washed, look at that. It's all, can you see the textures on that?
Oh yeah.
So this has like been washed and used like a million times. And I love the way it looks. I'm obsessed with these napkins. Again, you can fold it simple. You could fold it fancy. I'm going to fold this up because I like it to look like a bandana, and fold it up and over. I'm going to fold it in. Sky's the limit on your folding. If you're having a party, flip it over. There it is. I fold that a little bit tight. There's that. Put your knives and forks in here, a little spoon here, and there you have it.
Very, very cute. I think you froze on us again.
I did.
The gremlins are out. So Jane, I invited the squirrels to the party, and I've been watching the squirrel cam, and I'm just not seeing them. I think they became camera shy.
Oh, that's because they stolen my cameras.
Yeah, they must have been chewing on the cord. Jane, this was a great project. Everybody's saying super cute. I just put up, share your projects using hashtag Brother Sews. They love to see what you're working on. Jane even mentioned using the Art Spirit app. Find some embroidery in there to add to the napkin would be really, really cute. That placemat though, I could see My Design Center all over that.
All over it.
Some decorative lines, some decorative fills. This could be a lot of fun, Jane.
I think there's so many occasions that you can use a personalized napkin. The denim, I love to repurpose the denim, and I love using the Art Spirit app. I love using the My Design Center because you could add so much to this blank canvas for all the seasons, for all the reasons, for all the occasions. I just think it's so much fun to personalize these. And by the way, they take it home. You don't do the laundry.
Super fun. Well, I love it, Jane. Yeah. And you have a great vacation. Are you going somewhere warm with your bucket hat?
Yes, we are I'm working on my bucket hat today, by the way, out of flannel. I'm recycling some flannel. We're going on a cruise to the Mediterranean. So we're going to Italy and Greece and Turkey. It's going to be a great trip.
That sounds fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to seeing photos of your hat.
You'll see it on the chip. It's going to be great because Kurt is celebrating a big birthday. So that we're taking a big milestone trip, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I love hanging here with you, Angela, and your squirrels and all of our friends and everybody that's chiming in. I love it. Frey all day is what we're talking about.
Sounds good. Everybody's saying they love your projects. Cute and easy. We got it. All right, Jane.
Thanks, guys.
Have a wonderful day. And everybody else, I will see you Thursday with Joanne Banco. Another fun Brother Sews Day. All right, Jane.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.